Welcome to the Big Movement Podcast. If you're ready to create results and make huge strides in your business, finances, personal development, and health, then you're in the right place. Pushing past excuses and powering through procrastination can be a challenge alone. Here, you'll get the support, tools, and knowledge you need to get to the level you desire in your business and life. Let's get started with your host, Byron Ingram.
And welcome to another episode of the podcast. And today we're going to talk about how to become a successful entrepreneur. Each year, there are countless individuals who embark on this amazing journey to start a business. However, there is an important question each and every person must ask, which is how to become a successful entrepreneur. And why might you say that someone should ask this? Well, it's pretty obvious. If someone wants to become successful, you have to ask this question so you can start to figure out what are the patterns, what are the things necessary to make it happen. Because becoming successful in the entrepreneurial world, it takes more than simply opening your doors and telling a few people you're in business. This happens all the time. You see people out there, they put a single Facebook post that says, "Hey, I'm in business." Congratulations. Your mom and a few other people now have seen your message. So you have to take it a whole lot further than that. You need to start with the most important thing. This starts long before you even tell a single person. And that is a vision of what you specifically want to accomplish. Because when you know what you want to achieve, the path to get there becomes so much easier. And this step is often overlooked. And the reason being is because someone starts a business sometimes out of necessity, like, oh crap, I got bills to pay, I need to go sell something. Well, that's great for that short-term impact, but long-term, those types of businesses don't last. When you see people that start a business because they realize that, hey, here's an opportunity, we're going to milk it as much as possible, what you notice is there's someone just starts burning a rope or you burn a fuse. You know that at one point that fuse burns out and poof, that business is gone. And that's what happens with so many businesses. They know, like, we see a trend, we're going to run with it, and poof, then they have to go to the next one and the next one. But long term, I want you to think about, what are those businesses that you know of that have been around for 30 plus years? The ones that have weathered the storm day in and day out through all the highs and lows in the marketplace and have made a significant impact. What are those things that they have in common? And you'll notice there's always one, and that is a vision of why. And it's bigger than the person who started the company. And you know why that happens? Because with a vision that is only about you, once you stop working that vision stops becoming a reality. But when it's bigger than you, other people buy into that vision, and then it becomes bigger and bigger, and it becomes unstoppable. Just look at the number of companies out there. You could think of everything from Apple, to Paramount, to you name it. There's so many companies that have been around for a very long time because someone started with a vision. And when you do that, the sky's the limit. But a vision is only the beginning. What are those next components in becoming a successful entrepreneur is having a plan to get there. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to know every exact detail, like, okay, step 1 is this, step 1A and step 1B. No. This is about knowing the direction that you're going. For example, in a product-based business, people are going to start with a prototype to test out the functionality of the idea. And they might have several prototypes so they can figure out the little kinks to make something work. Would it be something you're going to sell? No, most likely not. But it's going to identify the direction that you're headed towards. And this is that step that comes before producing a commercial model that ultimately will be taken to the marketplace. And that plan is just simply there to keep you on course. Because in every business, in every industry, there are shiny objects like, ooh, we need to do this too. But having that plan keeps you focused because there's going to be things that test you, things that pull you away from that vision of what you want to accomplish. You cannot let that there happen to you. That plan is going to be your guiding light to keep you focused when times are tough. When you're not sure if this is going to work, that plan is going to keep going. This is what we have to do. There is the promised land on the other side of this, and we have to keep on going because that plan is going to keep you sticking to your objectives. Now, granted, this doesn't mean that plan is rigid and you can't make any changes. It's just to keep you on track. But if you discover that something's not working, you change it. Or as you're going along, you realize that no one's going to buy this product. Well, you stop the presses and you figure out, well, what are they going to buy? And you produce that. Because your goal is to make an impact. It's not necessarily just sell a product. It's what is the impact you want to make in society. So the initial product you might have come up with, that might not be it. But the next one there in your mind, that vision, that you want to achieve is going to be, so you want to keep focused on that. Now, another crucial component that every entrepreneur must have in their business to be successful is the right team. The people that you have in your business will either make you or break you. Thusly, you have to be highly selective of those people you bring on board. You just don't want anyone on board. People are going to fill up that seat like, hey, you're a warm body. You look cute. Come on board. That will destroy any and every business out there. You want to make sure that the right people are there, the people that complement you, because you're going to have strengths in business and you're going to have weaknesses. You want to make sure that you bring on people that support your weaknesses, the people that are your weakness is their strength. So together, everyone is stronger. Because in the beginning, you might have to do more just yourself because you're just getting things off the ground. But as you grow, you start passing out these different tasks to people who are better at it than you in those initial core group of people. Because what this does is allows you to grow your business exponentially. And when you do this, there's no limit in terms of what you can accomplish, because you're not limited by just 24 hours a day of yourself. If you want to increase productivity, you add in more resources, more people, and you're able to achieve it. And this is when exponential growth starts happening, because you're leveraging the talents of others. Now, these are simply just a few of the components as to what it takes to become successful in today's entrepreneurial world. But most importantly, above all else, each and every day as an entrepreneur, you must take consistent action if you want to create success and achieve those visions in your life. And if you have found value in today's episode, I encourage you, go ahead and click that share button, because there's someone out there who's an entrepreneur who needs to hear this message today, so they create that vision and they start asking themselves that question: how do I become a successful entrepreneur so it does happen for them? And then once you've shared this podcast, go ahead and hit that button on iTunes to leave a review. Leave a positive review, because I'd love that. Because the more positive reviews that are out there, the more it helps us get found in iTunes, so more people hear this message. And people out there need to hear this message, because that's going to help change their lives. So I need your help in doing that. So go out there, share this podcast, and make it an awesome day.
Thanks for listening to the Big Movement Podcast today. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now that you've surely been inspired to take your entrepreneurial career and business to the next level, you can stop by the website and get more. And if you're ready to boost your business brand, be sure to grab your free report, 7 Easy Steps to Build Your Brand Today.